Great track. The elevation is absolutely insane. There's some safety issues at the track that we're rectifying, and we bought a bunch of airbags. We'll show you as we go around the racetrack, but we're traveling on a pretty steep grade here. All these corners are late apex corners, constantly going uphill for almost the whole entire section. And then the back section, you're going downhill for a whole half of the track. They've been running bikes for the last few years here, and this is one of my favorite corners of the track here. You kind of have a gravity effect midway through here, right? You can feel your whole body just start sinking in here. The track is so wide too. Most tracks are not this wide that we go to, so there's multiple lines that are offered here. So depending on the bike, we'll alter your line a little bit. Some positive bank corners right here, and I see this positive bank right-hander here. And what's great about it is you enter on a positive camber, and as you go through, it starts flattening out and almost to a negative camber. I don't know if it's negative, but it flattens out completely. Very, very challenging. It's awesome. The areas of concern that we are going to put the airbags out, and if you take a look here, we actually dropped a couple out here because we're going to do a demonstration. They're 30 feet long. They could take a huge impact from a motorcycle. Very, very safe for a rider to hit them than something hard. What we plan on doing here is, I know some clubs actually put a chicane in here to slow everybody up. We think with the proper amount of airbags, we might not have to put a chicane in here. We're going to need quite a few airbags, but that's okay. Right?
Oh yeah, there's elevation there.
Crazy. The track is so wide that, believe it or not, even we're standing on the pavement, we're so far off of race line. That track is almost 100 feet in this area. Turn 1 is an area concerned.
Around here, I'd say nowhere else in the Northeast will you find elevation like this, and I would venture to guess that there's no other track in America that has elevation like this. As a New Yorker, I'm used to climbing up and down the staircases of skyscrapers, and it feels like I'm doing it on a motorcycle today. Definitely a challenge. It's a different kind of riding skill too, right? You really got to learn. It's stressing my ability to use the front brakes and stuff, and learning new techniques and new talents as I go around it.
This is one of those tracks that you got to keep a lot in reserve. You can have a great time out here riding. It's kind of like a real aggressive street ride that you're on with no traffic. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it is. You keep a lot in reserve, and if you could do that, you could have a great time here.
Every corner is similar, but they're also really different. The
elevation really adds different flavor, even though they're shaped the same.
They're all really elegant corners. There's nothing where you got to jam the brakes on and stuff it in and get out. They all flow really beautifully, but the elevation change in the camber gives each one of them its own little nature. What I learned is it is really wide, so just going around and learning it for the first time, there's always a lot of room in front of me, even if I think, oh, might have gone in there a little too fast. There's plenty of tarmac up in front of me, so I could just make my adjustment as I need to safely.
Here we go. I just made a mistake right now with the truck. I missed the apex by like 10 feet. And look what I could do out here. I still have all this room to collect it. These are one of the airbags that we plan on using up here. We're going to show you a little demonstration, the construction of it and the safety features of it. So it is a little bit labor intensive to put up, but for rider safety, we don't mind putting the time in to put these things up, that's for sure. These bags have to be against a solid object.
Ready, guys?
And they all link together. There's a front pocket that fills with air, a back pocket, and in between there's bladders. There's 3 bladders in between. And these things, they could take an amazing hit.